3 islands that look vastly different, but that are unique due to their geographical position. A melting pot of Blaan, Sangil, Indonesian Malay, and Bisaya people, creating a fascinating, vibrant culture amidst some of the most colourful ocean I've ever seen. Welcome to the Municipality of Sarangani in Davao Occidental, though you may be more familiar with Balut Island. Yesterday I rode to the port of Barangay, and today I'm going to make the 1-hour crossing to the islands.
Uy! Uy! Hala! We're both, I don't know what's going on today. On the left is Sarangani Island, on the right is Balut Island. Together it's the Municipality of Sarangani. We're going to cross over today to the last municipality of Davao Occidental. It's very, very south. Only part of Sulu and all of Tawi-Tawi are more southerly.
I rode this boat called Psalms 92 for 300 pesos, and unlike what I'd been warned of, the ocean was really calm today. Arriving in Mabila, the poblacion, in little over an hour.
Thank you.
Kumusta ang biyahe?
Okay ra. Walay balut.
Walay balon.
Wala.
Timing, maayo.
From the port, I went to an eatery called Astang Lamia to see the selection of dishes on offer.
Its curry sauce is much more orange. It's really kind of the imported spices here. We're not far at all from Indonesia, and the vibe is it's different, it's unique, and I quite like it. So. A lady on the boat recommended I come and stay at 5J's. It's very, very nice. It's right in the centre. It's across from this really great food, and it's 600 a night with aircon. Single room. They have bigger rooms as well. Okay. Happy sa vlog. Hello. Thank you. Everyone's friendly here. Everyone's friendly. Behind me, of course, is a beautiful view over the strait between Balut Island and Sarangani Island. So, you've probably heard Balut Island as the name of this island group. The municipality is called Sarangani, even though it's not part of Sarangani. It's Davao Occidental.
And my first stop was to check in at the municipal hall, at the top of the hill.
So Balut, being situated off the tip of the Philippines, was really part of Magellan's route around. So we have one of these markers here. Historically significant too. And I'm going to translate the Tagalog later.
To really understand Balut's volcanic nature, I took a motorbike towards the peak, not knowing what was yet to come.
Sige ko kita ko mga pangbukit na motor. No?
Dito ang taas ng subida padulong dito.
Kaya di mo.
Master.
Oo.
Kaya lang sir. Sige lang.
Kaya, oo. Kaya ni mo.
No matter how difficult, or slippery, or scary with a passenger on the back, it's fine for these guys.
Okay na kaayo.
The slopes are steep, but climbing into the mountains is always worth it.
Uy, abot na. Oh man. Slide. He knows what he's doing. He really knows what he's doing. And now we get the best view of all the way down to Olanivan. This is a little farm up here. You see it's mostly copras. There's some chili on the way. There's a few other things, I'm sure. And it is really, really cool up here because Balut Island itself is like a volcano. We don't know when it's last erupted. It's not very active, but it's like a volcano. This place is called Deagle's Farm, so they have some accommodation up here too. Pure
Indonesian.
Oh, Bisaya, good.
Kapan, kay diri naman nag-eskwela, nag-graduate.
Ikaw,
Diri
Juan.
naman nagpa-citizen. Na ami, pwede mi magboto dito, pwede po diri.
So that tells you about how previously people used to go back and forth, back and forth. They told me they don't do that so much anymore. But what we have now, you have a couple of islands with a really cool mix of people. So you have the Blaan, you have pure Indonesians, pure Bisaya, and the Sangil, who also, they come from Indonesia as well. Now it's time to take that road again, but downhill. I can't say I'm excited for this. Oi. Okay, dah. And it's a good thing we left when we did. Dan, look, pati akong chinelas. Oi. It's like good. There we not. I voluntarily got down here. It's very, very wet. This is very, very difficult. Oi. 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 Difficult, yes, but these guys are used to it. In better news, we made it down the hill. I wanted to turn the heating on up here. You could, like, turn the heating on, but it'll be smoky. The rain might have stopped, but we weren't quite ready to ride again yet. Hi guys. Mapuvi kami.
Mapure kami.
Sa Sangil mga tao diri.
No, Amerikano daw.
Americano. Hey. Near the ocean is one of the largest Indonesian communities in the town. So here in this barangay, it's majority Sangil, which is maybe a group you're not so familiar with because they came from Indonesia. But everyone here, I'm told, speaks normally 4 languages: Bisaya, Blaan, Sangil, Malay. There's really a lot of mixing as well, but this is where they live here. Sangil. We were gonna go to a beach down there, but the rain makes that road impossible, really. But there's plenty more coming. To see more of the volcanic activity of Balut, it's best to swap the motorbike for a boat to visit its sulphur springs. I thought the sun was hot. It's not the sun. It's absolutely not the sun. I heard it's so hot you can't even actually go in that one there. It's blue. Right, it's hot. Oh. This one's still kind of okay. That one over there, I believe, well, there's not even a path getting there. But this pool seemed more manageable, so we did a very Daot experiment. In it? Uy! Pili ka minutos magkuhan, maluto.
Like 20 minutes.
We're gonna cook eggs. Why not? Daot. 20 minutes later, the chickens were coming home to roost. Oi. In it pa?
Ay guys, i-try na mo abre kung naluto na jud siya.
Guys! Oh, nakuhan. Masugad og luto.
20 minutes na itong naka sa video.
20 minutes is not quite enough, but it started to cook. Back in Mabila, there's a different kind of egg being cooked. In it pa. Oy, yan na.
16, muna siyang 16. Katong niluto 18.
I've answered the question that I kept thinking about, which is, there's Balut in Balut Island. It's right here, with my guides.
luto tag balot. Mura siya itlog pero ay timer nato lang siya kay dili siya pwede parang ipaluto og maayo kay ang sabaw mahubas. Diba naman siya sabaw. So magluto man ko ani is naa sa 25 minutes lang siya.
But I had a real Balut Island delicacy for dinner tonight.
The guys from Astang Lamia earlier, when I went to eat, they asked, "What are you doing for dinner later? Can we cook you kuvacha?" And there's only one answer to that, which, yeah, it's in front of me. So they catch this really nearby. Let's give it a go. The last time I ate kuvacha, I think, if I remember right, was in Sulu, in Bangingi, right close to the source as well. This seems to be cooked in some sort of orangey sauce. What's this one?
Kuvacha itself could be best described as a cross between a crab and a lobster.
So it's almost like Alavar sauce, that one. Wow, yeah. It's kind of sweet, a little bit curry like. The good thing is they're big and they're fat. Oi. It's perfect. And the natural flavour comes through, and then you just have this sauce which is, I don't know how to describe it. It's almost curry-like, but it's light and it's sweet and it's creamy. I'm very bad at food reviews. Very, very bad, but this is amazing. Today's been a good introduction actually to Balut Island. Really a unique community, and I really like the vibe. So tomorrow we're going to start exploring on the other side.
Today, we're going to cross the strait to Sarangani Island, passing by the most azure blue waters. But first, we'll land on the group's third island, Olanivan.
And this is really the gem in the crown. It's the third largest in the group. White sand. It's just like the stereotypical perfect island, right? Oh, kani gikan sa kuan. Dagat, oh.
Kanipod sir, bitan man dagat.
Oh, shell. Oh.
Picture perfect postcard. They told me that certain prevailing winds bring in new material for the beach.
Naislog siya ba?
Okay, habagat mo.
Baghabagat no?
Oh.
Norte, taas kayo ang latos sa Balas Strait and ito spikas balin ang strait.
Malhin.
Norte, mabagat po ang balas na po tuyo ito spikas.
So I found out they have a tradition here that you never wash the caldero, the pots, in the ocean. It's their tradition. Otherwise the ocean might take it. That's something I've not heard before.
But heading back to the boat to move on, we hadn't noticed something brewing in the distance.
There's some rain moving in very, very quickly again, so we've got to watch out.
It might be just a short crossing. The water might be beautiful for now, but everything can change in an instant.
And you can see in the distance, it's going to end as quickly as it started, but I'm very, very wet now. Sappy's gone to look for some fish to get. This rain's almost gone. Ended as quick as it started. 10 minutes, boom. Really shallow here, so we're just going to walk across.
Communities like Ubas rely on the water to bring supplies in and to get produce out. But to reach neighbouring sitios, they've developed a different approach.
Na landslide sir, batong niyaging isang tayo buwan ulan. Oh, tumpag.
Ayo. I can see by these marks on the beach, this is fresh. I guess from the rain. That's cool. But the main attraction here really is that people actually dug this hole through the rock so they can access the next barangay or the next sitio even at high tide. Kano sila nagbuhat ani?
Dugan na sir. Kaya dakuang dagat di man sila kakuan, libot dito. Sa una magbangka ni sila magkuan. Kanang kaya gihanan.
So this one's accessible when it's low tide, but at high tide you can't get past here.
Oi, ow.
I just banged my head. That hurts. So this comes through, and no, it's sunny now.
Blasted out of the rock with dynamite, this changed many lives. At least at low tide, you can still wade through the shallow water.
I don't feel like walking up the top anymore. Maybe this was their inspiration. Yeah, it's not so deep. This water's beautiful though. Absolutely beautiful. The colour.
Ini bagong kuha ni ganina. Munay lamay ano kilawon. Malit ni isda.
Oh, malit mi isda. Oh, okay, good on me. What a difference half an hour makes. It's amazingly clear again. All the rain's hitting Davao now.
Unsa pangalan?
Kina sitang. Demonyo fish.
Demonyo. Ay, ano man ni siya?
Dalo ninyo?
Ha?
Dalo ninyo?
Ay, masi mamaak ni.
Dili man na mamaak, ma'am.
Oh ba?
Ayo uy kay ano lang siya sa
saan
dagat, basi nga buhi. Amo ning helicopter
Huh?
sa Balut Island. Naglanding na siya dito sa Ubas.
Really nice. Oi, muwag, go on. Ay, helicopter siya. Ay.
Next mission, find some fish in Patuco, a barangay found sheltered in an inlet.
Nice houses. There's a whole community here. We're just trying to find some fish, except the one who sells fish is praying. So here you can see it's more of a Christian community, more Bisaya. It changes depending on where you go in the island.
Ay, nag-English sila kay kabunod.
Oh, yeah.
Bisaya
Oh,
pa
pwede
ni.
pa mag-English.
Pwede English kasi.
How many? Gusto nyo
How many you want daw?
How many do I want? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Go on, mga... I want...
We'll put first sugar in this.
Oh, okay.
We buy all.
Everything. What's this on, Sunny?
Oh,
Donut.
disim.
Disim lang siya ni.
Bali pila.
Bali 5 siguro. Oh.
Tag-5 only. Tag-5 only. Tayo no.
Oh,
Very good si tatay.
very good si
Tag-5
tatay.
Tinataw niya sa bangka. Kaya dito mapatalutog sud.
So what can you observe in this island?
Beautiful island, very beautiful island. Yeah. Oh, sweet. You like sweets,
Thank you
no?
because you comment our island is very beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. Yeah. Oh.
Finding fish for grilling was only possible in the next inlet.
Kuskan ng bata eh. Oh, swela sila, no? Oh.
Sila na sila.
Asa daw ko, asa sila mag-skwela sa?
Dito sa Patuco.
So kami dito, mga 15 minutes, no? Gasto.
Bangka.
Meanwhile, Sally's been searching for fish in this house.
Dakong isda.
Dagan ang ilang isda sa sultan ay.
Dakang ba? Oy,
Wala day bagis? Wala.
unsa ni?
Talakito.
So while life goes on in this inlet, we're heading to Boo Boo Beach to cook the fish.
Unsay klase ng one isda?
Bamsa.
Bamsa.
Mamsa.
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 Nuwag mamsa.
Indonesian.
Indonesian. Indonesian pero Filipino. Oh. What I'm seeing here is kind of similar to when Sadiq, shout out to Lodi, in Sulu, they cooked on the beach there. It's very, very similar in a way. Not exactly, but it's similar. The small fish being used for kinilaw, for example, and the technique on the grill, putting the soy sauce on while it's grilling. There's also tausug techniques, so there's some similarities that have come over. Otherwise, the kinilaw's the same, cured in vinegar, of course, and cooked with tomatoes, onions, ginger, calamansi, of course the pepino. Don't forget pepino.
Attack USA.
Attack the USA. Down there, that way, you go into Indonesia.
These islands are so close, and I think it really brings us back to the history before, certainly the colonial days. These borders were fluid. People used to just cross them and go over, and now there are so many people of Indonesian blood who consider themselves Filipinos. There are so many Indonesians who consider themselves Indonesians. There are so many Blaan who consider themselves part of the Philippine nation. So it's really a mix. It's really a melting pot here, and it goes back to those old days. We can go back maybe as far as the Majapahit Empire, back in those days, which certainly had influences on these shores. But this, I guess, it's Mindanao from a certain era, and it's just very unique. It's very special. It's like no other place I've ever been. Before we head back over to Balut Island, we took a quick trip to the blue waters of Bolaye Lagoon. Seaweed is grown here, and for me, it's one of the most peaceful, beautiful spots of all. In the harbour is an island believed to be where Villalobos stayed during his ill-fated voyage of 1544. It was developed into the fortress island that it is today only in the late 1800s, when Spanish rule eventually reached this far. This is Mabarong Island, and in 1884, when the Spanish finally defeated the other forces that were trying to control the Sulawesi Sea here, they built this to try to control it. A lot of it's been rebuilt on that side, but this side we can really see the original. It's right off the shore. It's pretty cool. It's also called Mabarong as a reference to the Marori. So Marori is a group of islands in Indonesia, and also what the Indonesians here are often referred to as. That evening, they prepared food good for a feast. So tonight, before I leave tomorrow, Sally and Tata have prepared some Indonesian food. They know how to cook it with some spices, the fish. It's actually Indonesian Independence Day today. I'm filming this today. We thought there was going to be a celebration in one of the barangays, but apparently not, because they've all gone to Davao to the Indonesian consulate, because it's Karyawan, so there we are. That's life, but we've got the food. These guys are very hard working. I don't know how to describe that. I really don't know how to describe that. It's kind of, I can taste the butter, but the rest of the herbs and spices just blend really well. There's an awesome 24-hour convenience store there, by the way. And they do like cash out, and they have water and all sorts. So actually very complete facilities. And the last thing I want to say is, hi guys. The last thing I want to say is, if you come here, please go up to the municipal hall and do your registration and stuff like that. They've asked me that. They've asked me to say that, so I'll say that. These islands are full of life, yet after 2 days, I feel like I've just scratched the surface. For sure, there are much deeper stories yet to be told.